My guest today on today's podcast is for the first time not a boy. So after 1 year, we'll finally talk to a girl on this podcast. She's a streamer. She is from Sweden. Hello, S. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
How is it to be on the podcast now? After talking for a bit,
Oh,
trying to plan it for some time, but finally we are here.
it's weird. I don't know.
Is it weird?
I'm not used to podcast. I'm not used to talk with people.
You are always talking on the streams and such, so this should be natural for you, right?
True, but then I'm talking with myself. Then I don't get the answers.
I mean, you can talk to yourself here and then we see where we end up.
Exactly. I'm good at that though, so.
And for people who normally just press play and then leave track or the podcast in the background, today you can actually see it on YouTube and see the faces of the two guests. And who made this overlay? Well, it's the guest today. She has also made an overlay for the question of the week, the TrackMania news, and also helped with the thumbnail for the TrackMania podcast. But as let's start with the most important thing for maybe people who don't know who you are, can you give us some sort of idea? Who are you? How
Ugh.
old are you? Where are you from? And what do you do in TrackMania?
Well, my name is Elsa. I go under the name S. I'm 20 years old from Sweden. And in TrackMania, well, I think at the moment I'm the biggest as a streamer. But I'm also I would say a retired Canyon player, but I guess I'm a Canyon player. At the moment, I play the most RPG Stadium.
Hmm. So why would you claim that you are a Canyon or retired Canyon player? Is it like you play less competitions? Why do you make that sort of statement?
Because I don't really play Canyon at all in the moment. It's more like it can happen from time to time, but not like I did some years ago for sure.
Hmm. So no try hard anymore.
Not try hard at all.
But do you remember when you first experienced Trackmania? What kind of game was it? Was it Trackmania Canyon or what game was it?
It was Canyon, and I remember it was really hard, but at the same time I could finish, so I felt like this can be something good.
And what year was it? Because Canyon came out in 2011-ish. When did you discover Trackmania?
I saw Trackmania first 2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not too long ago.
No, I haven't been here for that long.
And did you just play Canyon then, or did you move over to other games, try to check out every game, or did you stick to solo Canyon?
Actually, I haven't done a solo canyon still. Haven't tried a campaign. But I started with canyon only and only did canyon until I started streaming 2016. Then I started to try stadium.
Hmm. And your first experience of the stadium compared to, let's say, the Canyon then?
Really weird. Really weird. And way harder, I would
In
say.
what terms is it harder?
I mean, when you use the canyon, everything getting weird, the drifting, the sliding, the braking, everything is just totally different.
So you're sort of the opposite of every other or most other players. They have like Discord Trackmania Nations forever. Then they test out like Canyon and think that that's weird. But you think that the stadium version is the weird one.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But we know that you are together with Skugako, and he was on the podcast. He says that he moves more and more over to Stadium. Are you also moving more and more over to Stadium?
I would say so. Yes. As I
Is
said,
it
at the
this
moment,
textile or like are you also trying to become somewhat good in the game, or is it still more the streaming focus?
at the moment it's more RPG focus with the stream, of course. But I guess I'm going more and more for tech. But yeah, I don't know. We will see.
You don't have like a goal where you okay, I want to get into a team, I want to perform at events, do well at events, or
I mean, that would be really fun. But I also think that at the moment I don't really have the focus to be able to train that much as I should do to get really good at get into offline events or events. Uh, but I mean, if I get the time, I would totally go for it.
yeah, let's talk about that because I the streamer I know the most is Spam, and he's saying that streaming might take away some of his, let's say, edge when it comes to competitions. He has maybe gets less of the hours he actually trains. How do you see streaming affecting, let's say, your way of becoming better at the game? Is it somewhat worse, or is it helping you because then you play more?
I would say both. I mean, it's helping because you actually play like that, but
Yeah.
also it's harder because you get a lot of comments, you get a lot of eyes on you when you train, and when you start training, of course, you're not gonna be good. That's the thing. But people often expect you to be pretty good at the start, and that can really make you, yeah. Also, you focus less because you have a chat that maybe going on the side and people talking with you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. We mentioned now that you are a streamer, but how did you get into the streaming? What was like, okay, I want to actually stream TrackMania, become a streamer in the game?
Oh, that is a hard question though. I don't really know it myself.
Was
Uh,
just some sort of natural thing that happened, like progressively, or was it one day that you said, okay, today I'm going to put up Twitch, I'm going to become a streamer?
yeah, kinda. No, but it was like, I don't know. I wanted to have some more girls in Trackmania, and I think it's still not that many. And I mean, it's often fun to, see what can happen and see if I could
Yeah.
make it and if I could do something.
So how long did you, let's say, play Trackmania before you then eventually decided, okay, I want to stream, I want to see if I can become a girl that can bring in more girls to the community?
I would say around 2.5 year, maybe
Okay.
something like that.
Huh. And how is that working out? You said maybe there are not too many girls here, but are you feeling that you have made some sort of impact, or is it still the same status in the Trackmania community?
I don't know actually. I mean, I can see more girls in the community, but I don't think I may have had any impact in that.
Take the ones you can take, no?
Yeah, of course. Nah, I don't know actually. But I know that I have at least impact in some people starting Trackmania because of my streaming, because I've been streaming a lot of other games and in that way showing them Trackmania because they follow me for the other games, but also when I play Trackmania.
Yeah, what other games do you play for people who might just see you as a Trackmania streamer?
I also that is a lot of games, but at the moment I'm more playing Euro Truck Simulator, some The Witch Hunt, and a lot of different
Marbles.
stuff. Marbles, for example. Of course, always fun.
Yeah. Top one game there.
Exactly.
But now that you maybe had the motivation to start, maybe was that you wanted to help, maybe wanted to make an impact. It's the same that I had when I didn't see any interviews, I didn't see any coverage. Then decided to do it. But now the main motivation is to do it because it's fun. What is the main motivation for you? Has it changed, or is it still to sort of, okay, I want to see if I can recruit more girls into esports?
Not really. For at the moment, I think it's just because yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really like the game, and the game have had a big impact in my life, for example. And I mean, yeah, just to have fun with your friends and do stuff. Yes, because at the moment I don't have any real goal with Trackmania, so that
Hmm.
is maybe changing a little bit as well. Uh,
Where would you play? Is Trackmania your main streaming, or is it just another game? Like, how many hours would you, or percentage would you say that Trackmania is part of your streams?
at the moment, maybe around 50% of my streaming. It had been 100% for a while and stuff. I mean, it's already changing uh, from time to time. But at the moment, I would say it's actually a pretty big part of my streaming.
Hmm. I started off this YouTube channel because I felt that content was missing, but there are a lot of streamers in Trackmania. But do you still feel that maybe there are some streaming content, some Trackmania content that can be produced that isn't produced at the moment in the streaming world?
Oh, that is hard.
That is always a golden question because if you come up with something, then people will come to your channel, right?
Yeah, exactly. You want the special things because people want to see something new and stuff, but that is also really really hard. And I think most of the streaming stuff is yeah. If you're not a really good player, it's mostly going on personality and stuff. And I guess maybe that's the only chance I have to go places.
Yeah, because if you look at, let's say, the two biggest streamers, at least English speaking, are Riolo and Spam, and they are at least somewhat good in the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
what is your focus then? Because, like you said, you're maybe not the best player. Is it to play more fun maps, play more maps where you can invite the community on to play with you? What is the focus that you have to, let's say, make that enjoyable for the viewers?
Yeah, most of the time now we play, or I play a lot with my community, for example. Like, they can join, they can do what they want. And, like, yeah, also to train RPG maps. As I said, at the moment, my focus is RPG, and I love to hunt it and see the how I get better, we can say. Because if we can see from when I start streaming RPG until now, which is 2 years, that I got a lot better, if I can say it myself. But now I can actually start to be on the deadies and try to, yeah, get somewhere.
Yeah, but RPG isn't that a really hard style to become good at? And at least I would imagine that the start of your experience with RPG is hard. But how was your first experience with RPG? Was it, what the fuck is this? I should never play it again, or this is enjoyable and challenging?
Yeah, that is the weird part. Like, a map that was maybe 4 minutes took me 40 minutes, up to 1 hour in the start. And somehow I liked it. I don't know. I don't really know why. So I remember streaming for maybe 6 hours just because I wanted to play 2 maps in the start, which was not longer than maybe 15 minutes if you are a good player. So I mean, I don't really know. It was just something new, and I mean, also when you play RPG for fun, it doesn't matter how long time it takes. You just feel good that you can actually make it and finish.
Yeah, if people who never play TrackMania, they normally tune into a stream, then they see people driving, let's say tech. They retire, they don't understand why don't people finish. But now, when you finish an RPG map, does it feel like you actually accomplished something, something that you can be proud of, maybe look back at? I finished that track.
Yeah, I would say that. Some weeks ago, I finished something in 4 hours, and then you really feel like you're feeling good because you actually made it.
I remember when I joined back in 2015 or so. I actually tried to play some maps, and one of the friends I played with on short server said, "Okay, let's play this mini RPG." The top dead was like 45 seconds, but I couldn't get over this half pipe when you have to draw over the top. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a ledge when you have two wheels and then the other two wheels are hanging in the
Oh
air.
yeah.
We used fucking 2 hours on that, and then a good player comes and he just drive straight past us. I said, okay, I'm never playing this shit again. So I guess maybe you like challenges, and if I see a challenge, I said, fuck this, I'll do something else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I just I don't know. I'm not the person that get angry that easy, and I guess that helps a lot.
But do you play, let's say, RPG, do you have to play it with someone, or is it more enjoyable to just be alone and take it as your own path or road to it?
It depends. I mean, nowadays I would say I can enjoy it as much by myself as yeah playing with someone else. But before, for example, I only wanted to play with others because it took so long time, and I mean, it was fun to talk with people. But nowadays it's more like, yeah, I can focus and maybe go faster. Then it's often hard if you need to wait for someone or they need to wait for you, and you know when you want to do a good time.
Yeah. I had the Runaway on, who is part of the TM Stars. They organized the RPG Night Cup. He said that maybe RPG is the most underrated style in Trackmania, and it should be more focused on the competitions, because if you play a good run on RPG, it would look insane for viewers. But what is your view on it? Should RPG be try to be promoted as competitive, or is it still this, let's say, discovering part of an RPG map that is enjoyable?
Mm, I would say the smaller or like shorter maps on 2 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 minutes.
24-hour racing coming.
Exactly. No, the maps that are around 2 to 3 minutes, they are really fun to hunt, and I would love to have competition on that. Because also, even if it's 3 to 5 minutes, you get so stressed RPG because it's so much focus to not fall off and not doing the jump right and stuff. So that would be insane to have competition in, like bigger competitions.
Yeah.
But for example, the long maps that are maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, I would not want the competition on those. Not at all.
But do you participate in, let's say, I think, at least for me, the most famous one is the RPG Night Cup hosted by the TM Stars. Are you participating in that, or?
I haven't done that one actually, because I'm often free on Saturdays
Yeah.
when it is, so I haven't had time to be there. But I've done the weekly race, if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And it was actually really fun, I would say.
Are you actually, because you play it, maybe you get some streaming content? We have the most or the biggest streamer making the biggest impact in TrackMania. You have Serrator making own maps. Are you thinking about maybe making your own RPG map or any TrackMania map?
I never tried to make a map in TrackMania ever in my life, actually. So I don't think I should start with RPG maps because I don't understand the people that make it. It's
Yeah.
so difficult.
Yeah, I think it's underrated how long time that takes. I just see some people writing numbers. Okay, you can see it, but I don't think you can really imagine what it's really like to build on a map like that.
No, an RPG has so much stuff around it. It's not just.
It's another game, no?
Yeah, for sure.
At
Like,
least in TrackMania 2, you had title packs and shit.
I don't understand how people have time or how they can actually come up with stuff like that.
I mean, if you try to build your own map in the stadium, it might turn out like an RPG map. I mean, Serrator map might also be counted as RPG map. They are hard, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let's talk about if you go back to your Canyon days. How was it when you look back at it now? How was it to play Canyon, and did you have any good memories? Maybe some good achievements that you now look back on. Okay, I was good at that event.
I mean, I still love Canyon. It would still
Yeah.
be my favorite environment, and I mean, I had so much fun playing it and met so many people. Like, pretty much all of my close friends in TrackMania come from Canyon, even if they may be stadium players at the moment. And I mean, yeah, if I have any event, I don't know if I did that many events actually. I just remember one we did. I think it was a CP, and we were me, Skugako, Pack, and Miss in one team, and I think that was maybe the funniest event I ever done.
Playing with the world champion there.
Exactly, and he fucked up, so we lost.
Oh boy, calling him out. There we have our clickbait. Pack fucked up.
Exactly, Pack fucked up.
But if I normally don't follow the Trackmania or the Canon community, I obviously get some sort of input when I do the Trackmania awards. But how would you say the community is at the moment? Is it going up? Let's say, like maybe Stadium is at the moment, or do you see more and more people moving from Canyon to Stadium because there is more attention and interest around the game at the moment?
I would say more and more people moving out. Canyon getting smaller and smaller. Of course, we have those people that have been there forever and they're still having it the community. And I would say the Canyon community is amazing because everyone kind of stick together. I guess it's because it's small as well. Everyone know everyone, and it's a lot of fun. But at the moment, I think more and more people moving out. We can see teams moving out to stadium instead, and yeah, I think it's gonna go down. I'm sad to say it, but I think so.
So you don't see anything helping it out? Let's say maybe, is there anything that could have brought it back to life, or is it that ship sailed already because most people have left?
I mean, I think people nowadays, or I guess for always, have been, if you can win something, you would go for it.
Yeah.
The biggest prize in Canyon is GA, which is only 150 euros, I think, for the winner. And I mean, I would say that is pretty small for at least everyone that non-French and need to pay a lot to go on the event.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's just that people don't really have anything to fight for or train for, because I think people need maybe money, but I mean something to actually fight for.
Yeah, something to maybe look forward to, maybe a carrot hanging out in the front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I said that I think if you want to make TrackMania big, you should focus on just one game, make that game big. And maybe the problem that TrackMania has is that there's too many games, but I might not be the right one because I'm just sticking in my own bubble. But you, as maybe an outsider, or at least have some sort of outside view, what do you think? Should TrackMania move more to fewer games, or is TrackMania good because it has so many opportunities and options?
I mean, I like the options just because, you can choose what you want. And for me, that started with Canyon. I would maybe never start with TrackMania if I didn't have Canyon. But at the same time, competitive, I guess, of course, it's gonna be better if you focus on one, make it big and stuff. Um, so I mean, I guess the options is good, but in competitive, I guess maybe that you should focus on one and make that big instead.
Let's talk about some events here. My first interaction with you was at the Giant Cup. You was offering to help me with filming, but I didn't bring the right microphone, the right cable, or anything. I'm not a technical guy, but how would you say your Giant Cup experience was? Because leading up to it, you had the opportunity, or at least option, to cast it. I was supposed to be a co-caster. What was your experience of Giant Cup and the story there?
I mean, Giant Cup was really nice. I would say it was actually a really good event for being the first time and something that never happened before. At least what I know about it.
It happened online before, and this was the first offline edition.
Exactly. So I would say it actually was really, really well made and good. Of course, it was a little bit sad because we didn't cast it. Of course.
For my own sake, I think it was good. I'm not a caster.
Not Peter, but it would be funny. But at the same time, I had a really good time, even if I don't really had a big purpose being there more than maybe film and help people with stuff.
Yeah, for people who stay at home, they think, okay, I can only attend to the event if I want to play it. But you attended not to play it. How do you say? What do you get back from it? What do you get back from Visit Jan Cup?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe that the thing that I have a lot of friends in TrackMania, so for me it's really, really fun to go to the events just because I can meet them that I not really normally meet, and stuff like that. If you don't have that, I guess it can be a little bit harder, but you can also make a lot of friends because I think it's really, really fun to meet people that have the same interest as you, and you play the same game. You may be as focused in the game as the others, and you can meet a lot of people, and really, really fun.
Yeah, suddenly for 1 week and you feel like liking TrackMania is normal. When we come back to Norway, people will say, "What the fuck is that game?"
Yeah, exactly. Like TrackMania is just like the biggest game in the world when you're there.
But like I said, you had the opportunity to cast it, but you had to rent shit and it was too expensive. But now that you are streaming, do you see yourself maybe also casting events in the future, esport events and such?
I mean, I've been casting Canyon events for 2 seasons at least, and I mean, as I said, I'm not a caster. I'm getting better at it, and of course, I think also that you need to do something to be able to get better at it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would love to do more of that, just to get the experience and to get better at casting because I think it's really, really fun.
But have you tried to reach out to any, or are you waiting for, let's say, if the CPS try to miss a caster, then you wait for them to contact you?
At the moment, I haven't contacted anyone because of that. But at the same time, I guess it's with me as well because, as I said, because I'm not feeling that I'm 100% good at this, I don't also want to push it on people and be like, I should cast this because I'm so good at it.
That's the only way to get better, no?
Yeah, it is. That is the sad part. But maybe I'm a little bit too shy in that way.
Shy with a stream. Your face is out there, your voice is out there, you have your community. I think you should just stream some events here.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll see in the future.
See in the future. See next weekend, no? The TrackMania Grand League Challenger. But if I'm correct, you have attended to Gamers Assembly before. Can you talk about what was that experience, let's say, compared to the Giant Cup?
Well, I was at GA last year, 2018. And I mean, then I was a player, Canyon player. So, of course, it was way different. It was really, really fun, I would say, because it was my first competition or real competition in Canyon. Of course, offline event, my first offline event in TrackMania. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, but also a lot of pressure.
Yeah, how is it to, I asked some people, how is it for you to play at an offline event for the first time compared to playing at home in your safe environment at your room?
It was really hard, I would say. Also, I mean, maybe it can be me as well, but being the only girl sitting there as well, it feels like people are a little bit like, who the heck is this? Why is someone playing? No, but I mean, it's really different. You have people walking around you, talking with you while you're playing. And like it's so weird to have people moving around you and do stuff while you're trying to focus on your screen.
Yeah, what do you do? Did you learn any tips and tricks what you can do to stay focused on what is happening on the screen, or would you say that still the effects around you affected you?
I would say after some races, I got really focused and really good focus on my screen and was able to take away everything around. And I don't know if that have to do with my streaming as well, because I'm used to have chat and stuff on my other screens, which make me able to focus on one screen at a time. That could actually help in the offline event, I think. But yeah, of course it's hard, and I had some people standing behind me talking about how I was driving when I was crashing and stuff, and that really made it hard.
So you attended both as a spectator and as a player. If you look back at it now, what was the more pleasant experience? Was it to go there in with pressure, or was it to visit a TrackMania event where, okay, I can relax, I can just talk to people?
I would say both. I mean, it's something that are so fun with being a player, is because I mean, you kind of always have something to do, and you can get better, and the competitive part of Trackmania, of course. At the same time, yeah, being there, you're chilling is another thing I would say, and of course, way easier for your heart life. But I would say if I could, I would have gone to GA this year as well, but sadly, I can't.
Yeah, let's bring that topic up. Why can you not attend to Gamers Assembly this year?
Because I'm in Sweden. It costs so much to go.
Hey, I go.
Oh, yeah, you got money.
But are you planning on attending to any other future events? Like, I'm trying to save up to this event or this event, or is it okay? I have to see what pops up and what my situation is then.
Yeah, I would say so. Because more than GA at the moment, I don't really know offline events are gonna go be this year and when they're gonna be, and of course what I doing at that time, and how my situation look like. But I would love to go to more Trackmania events.
Yeah. Some people complain about, okay, there's only offline events in France, but you took the case in your own hands and hosted your own LAN event at your own home. How was that experience, and how did you get up with that idea to invite some people over, have a small LAN party?
That was a lot of fun, I would say. The thing was that it was actually my mom that come up with this idea to have like
Oh, really?
Trackmania event.
Future event poster.
Yeah, I don't really know why. But she know a lot of her friends have young kids or younger kids than me. Maybe they were around 8 to 16, the guys that was here, and they often play a lot of shooting games and Fortnite, stuff like that. And I felt like I want to show them esport in more friendly games, but I mean, stuff you don't need to kill people. And then Trackmania is exactly, and also that Trackmania you can't hit people, and it's only your own skill that make you win or stuff. You can't make anything worse for others. So I talked with Nadeo, and they give me some 30 days keys so I could give to everyone, because I felt bad of asking maybe 8 years old, like, oh, you need to pay for game and come here to play. So yeah, and they loved it, and it was both the kids and their dads that played, and it was just a lot of fun.
So are there going to be any future editions of this?
I hope so. I really hope so, and the people that been here hope so as well. So we will see.
Are you planning on actually maybe go to anything bigger? Maybe contact some schools, do some bigger events for Swedish people, or do you stop here?
Oh, that is hard. I haven't really thought of that much. Um, but I guess maybe you should try one of the smaller ones with 12 to 15 players again and see how it goes, to see if anyone more is interesting or it's the same people, and see how that goes.
Obviously, this is podcast number 50, and I'm sorry that I didn't have any girls on before here, but like you said, there aren't a lot of girls in the TrackMania community. But if you are to say it from your side, what is, let's say, any problems being a girl in a community where at least 99% of the people are boys?
The problems, I mean,
Is there any problems, or is it like you feel like, okay, you are quote unquote one of the boys, everybody see you as equal?
Not really. Or I mean, nowadays I would say maybe 70% as well see you as equal and like a boy. And in my own, I'm a pretty like tomboy. Like I'm not that girly of myself, so I mean that could maybe be a thing as well. But otherwise, I mean, I had a lot of problems in TrackMania with guys and being a girl in it, and that I will never be as good as the boys because I'm a girl, and people talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, do you think that if you were a boy, that would not be the case at all?
mm, Not stuff like that. I mean, of course, I can see a lot of shit happening between the
Yeah.
boys as well, and you shit talk everyone, and someone is better than you, and you don't like it and stuff. But the thing I have got mostly against me is because of my gender and not because I'm good or bad or stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, how do you deal with that? I mean, I never experienced it myself, but how is it to be judged by your gender instead of, let's say, who you are and what you do?
I mean, I would say that's really sad. Um, because yeah, as I said, when I started Trackmania, the first thing I heard is that you will never be in the top of Canyon. You will never be as good because you're a girl and stuff like that. Yeah, like I don't know. Somehow you're getting pretty down because you feel like, oh, I should maybe not try. But also you get like you want to show them. You want to show that I can actually be as good as you, and gender have nothing to do with esport, I would say.
Yeah, there are like two ways of actually facing criticism or people being rude. You said both of them, maybe getting less motivations, or the other one get more motivation. Say, okay, fuck this, I'm gonna prove them. But what will you say? Have you ever been close to okay? I don't like these people. They even impact my whole TrackMania experience. Or would you say you have been able to close them out?
Both in some ways. I mean, of course, I'm trying to just push them out, and I mean, I've been in like gaming since I was really small, so somehow I've been growing up with it, and sadly, I've been used to it. So somehow I can push it out. But also, I think since I started streaming and stuff, I start to choose a little bit more what I stream just because of the comments and stuff. For example, as you said, starting with tech, I would maybe love to do it on stream and get better because then I would have time. But also, I know a lot of comments if I would play tech because I'm not good at it and need to start from the beginning and stuff, and which make me maybe not want to start with tech on stream.
So you are like, if there wasn't anything, you would probably play more tech, but your expectations of people coming in, like shit talk, okay, you don't drive as good as, let's say, Spam, because every time I watch him, he drives fucking amazing. So that can actually stop you from streaming that content.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I had a lot of shit that people say that they want to do to me, or like if I go to event, this can happen, and this and this. And I mean, somehow, you sometimes you take a step back and be like, is it not worth it to, get all of this stuff while you're trying to have fun, or, yeah.
Yeah, how is it? Because already I'm a big dude. If anything happens to me, I know I can probably deal with it. But you go to a different country, you are going to be in mostly a room filled with people you might some know the name of, but few people you know the faces of. Is it somewhat scary before you go there, or are you hoping for the best?
Mm, the last or the events I've been to, I would not say that. But yeah, mostly because I know a lot of people. I've talking with them for years, and I really trust them because some of them are really, really close friends of mine, and stuff like that. And also, I have known the organization and like had the contact with Nadeo and stuff. So I mean, in that case, I would not say it's scary.
Hmm. And how would you say, how do we deal with this if there is a way to fix this? Is it okay, we need more girls in the community so it gets more normal? Or is it something that can be easily fixed with other stuff?
I mean, I don't think it gotta be easy fix, but I just think that we need to put out the gender like in the gaming community because I mean, if you're a girl, if you're a guy playing Trackmania, I don't think you're gonna be a different. Like, of
Yeah.
if you train, you're gonna be good, and I mean, and people are like, yeah, but we don't see any good girls in the top 10, for example. But I mean, it's because we don't have any girls playing. So of
Two
course,
out of 200,000 people.
exactly, like not gonna be anyone there because no one really focus on it as much as, yeah, of course, like 99% of the community.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it many times that if you meet 100 people, at least 10 of them are going to be stupid, and probably 2 of them are going to be fucking stupid. But are you having some rules or some tips for people listening? How do you close out that, or would you say that you are still looking for tips to close out that?
I would say, yeah, I come to a state I would say that I don't care a bit anymore. Like, I really don't care what you say about
Yeah.
me just because I can't anymore. I don't want it to affect me, and yeah, as I said, it affect me a little bit just because I don't play tech on stream, but at the same time, no. I heard a lot of really bad stuff people have said, and I can't think of that in my
Do you
normal
think
day.
this helped that the community is small because now you at least know who they are, or would it help that it was a bigger so they're more faceless or nameless?
Oh, that is, yeah, maybe actually, because now I even met people that said stuff in real life, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit weird. It's really, really awkward to see people that you feel like I really don't want to talk with you, and like stuff. But at the same time, in that way, I mean, I got a lot of help from people, and I mean, also that, yeah, they can choose stuff and
Hmm.
help me with it because they know exactly who it is instead of it's a big and you can't really find who it is
Yeah.
or why he does that and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to go undercover in TrackMania.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But we're talking about this, that leaves the question, what do you see your future in TrackMania? Is it that you feel that you're coming close to an end? Are you just climbing up the mountain and it will still be a long way in TrackMania? What is your future in the game?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm done. Not at all. But then, yeah, the future is a little bit unclear. As I said, I kind of would want to do more tech and maybe get good at it, but of course that's gonna be a long journey and not gonna happen in a half year. But yeah, I feel like I have more to give, and of course, like I would love to do more events or help people with events, or help people organize stuff and do stuff.
Yeah, if you want to become good at tech, I'm pretty sure you have a good friend from Canon who become pretty good at tech in the name of Pack.
Indeed, indeed.
Do you follow the Grand League and what he's doing there, winning step 4 and step 5? Do you follow it?
I do. I've thought of it, and I
What
really.
do you what do you think about the overall format or and the event itself? Now that you have seen like the halfway of it, do you like it better now than let's say you did at step 1 or even before it was announced?
I would say I went into it with a really open mind. I know a lot of people complain before, and I just felt like let's see, and we can complain after. And also it's a beta version, so I think that of course things gonna change. Things gonna maybe be bad in the beginning. And I think it's actually really nice. The only thing I have a problem with, or that I don't like as much, is that you lose points and stuff, or at least that you lose so much points. Otherwise, I think it's actually pretty fun, and I like to watch it. And I mean, of course, stuff gonna change, and I don't think they are done with it.
Yeah, you're part of the TrackMania betting league that I'm hosting. But if I'm to ask you, who would end up as the winner of the TrackMania Grand League?
I need to say Pack.
Oh, Pack is gonna take 100 points on Carl Jr. in the last 5 steps.
Well, we can hope at least.
Yeah, I also think the momentum is sort of shifting, and he is becoming more and more the clear favorite here.
Yeah, I mean, it's 99 points between them at the moment, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And I think it's still a chance there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, some people say that a lot of points, but let's say that Carl Jr. loses the points on map 5 for once. Pack gets like 80 points every time, so then it's really close again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, if we saw last time that both Carl and Pack crashed and went down under top 8, and I mean, now they made it up again, but if that would happen in maybe the last run and stuff, they would lose a lot. And of course, if Pack then first or second and Carl is under top 8, it's gonna be close.
I said that I'm pretty positive, at least about the current state of the TrackMania Stadium. What do you see? Is the current state this year good, or do you still need to see stuff happening before you believe that TrackMania can actually be some major, at least casual esport game?
No, not at all. I mean, I always thought that Trackmania is a really good esport game because just because I said like you can't crash to people, it's only your skill that choosing how good you're gonna be and what you're gonna do. Of course, people can be better than you even if you train that much. But I mean, I think that is really really good, and I think I have big potential in esport, and I really hope to see it get bigger.
Do you think that Ubisoft will sponsor season 1 of the TrackMania Grand League? Yes or no?
That's hard, but I want to say yes.
Yeah, I also want to say yes.
Yeah,
But...
like I don't know, but I want to say yes.
And do you think that if they come in and actually joins TrackMania, that can be the sort of fire to the gasoline, or what the fuck to say?
Yeah, I think it can help a lot. I mean, at the
Yeah.
moment, I kind of always say that Trackmania need to get out there a little bit more. They don't show themselves. Like I just saw Trackmania because of a friend playing it. Otherwise, I don't think I would ever find Trackmania. And I mean, like Ubisoft, I think should be able to help to get Trackmania out there.
But do you see any clear way of doing that, or is it simply put influencers like they try now with getting big streamers to stream it? What would you do if you were them? Is there one way that you think is better than the other?
Oh, that's hard.
That's a question for a student in marketing, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's really hard because, but at the same time, what I liked, at least when I started, was that you got 1 hour free for every day in the beta, which they took away now. I can't say anything about the new one because I never really tried the channels and stuff. But that is one thing that I really liked that made me go into the game because then I could try it for 1 hour and I felt like, oh wait, I want to play 2 hours, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the game. And you know, like I don't know, marketing is always hard because you need to find the right people, otherwise it's not gonna work.
Yeah, do you see any potential Swedish streamers streaming it, like a casual streamer, or isn't there anyone out there that could do it?
Oh. I mean, I think a lot of people would like it. We can see like with the Sealand and Surator, and it's a lot of French streamer now streaming Trackmania used to train and stuff, and it seemed like they actually like it. What I understand from them. Now
Yeah.
I'm not the best in French either, but what
At
I
least
can
you know
see,
something, right?
exactly. What I can see, they actually enjoy it, and I think like that is with Trackmania. I think people can enjoy it a lot, even if you're not the best. As long as you actually find the finish and see that you getting better and better, I think that's how people stay.
I'm running out of questions, but is there any topic that you come to mind? You're used to talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Is there any topics that you want to talk to yourself about now? Bring to attention? Maybe I can join in on them.
I feel like we actually been talking of pretty many topics. And
Yeah,
nothing
normally
like
it goes fast.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't really feel like you missed anything.
How is it to be the first girl breaking on some history here on the TrackMania podcast?
If it's good, if it's good. I'm not surprised, but if it's good.
But isn't that some sort of, you don't want to be, let's say, the first girl, you just want to be another guest on the podcast? No gender here, just another guest, right?
Yeah, a little bit like that. I mean,
but do you have any final words, some people that you want to thank, some people you want to get a shout out to, or some topic that you think should get more attention?
oh, no, yeah. That
Many
was
questions
hard.
in one there.
Yeah, many, like, a lot of shoutouts. Can't say all of them. No.
1 hour podcast.
Exactly, use shoutouts. No, I mean, one shoutout is, of course, to Bagheera Jones, one of the French streamers that, of course, is a girl. And I mean, I've seen her grow a lot since she started. And I mean, it's really, really fun to see a girl in the French community as well. Because, yeah, we're not that many girls, but also we're not that many English speaking. And now we actually have some French. and she growing and really making the French community a little bit more girly.
So she's the next girl to be on here, you say?
Yeah, for sure. Neither.
French podcasting con.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll let you have the final word and close off the show if you want to have the honor.
Oh, wait, what?
If you want to close out the show, you can do it.
Well,
say bye to people. How do you do it in stream?
I have to say good night, but it's a little bit early at the moment. But
for me, it's good night.
yeah, time to sleep. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening, though. I mean, it's been really fun.
And watching, because now 2 face cam.
Oh yeah, now you see my face as well. That is...
Yeah. For the first time.
And my beautiful living room. So
better looking than mine.
But yeah, thank you so much. And well, I hope you liked it. I'm not used to this, but I hope I did a good job.
Yeah, perfect. 10 out of 10.
Perfect. So yeah, guys, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.